Today on She Is, Antonia Ka gushes about motherhood, life, her yoga practice that she dedicated her life to, and how that helped her with the postpartum depression she experienced. Also, she'll show us some quick exercises for calming anxiety and migraine. At age 21, Antonia falls in love with yoga and dedicates her life to hone her craft as a student, teacher, and a scholar. Combined with her martial arts, Eastern philosophy, and Qigong knowledge, she curves her unique style, Yogea. Alongside two other artists and visionary filmmakers, Anna and Kalin, she launches Yogea online educational platform. There are more than 150 free of charge videos that can be found on yogea.org or Yogea's YouTube channel. Hi guys, welcome to the show. I'm Lucia Dragos and you're watching She Is. I have a very special guest for you today. Actually, I have two guests.
Yeah.
That's my littlest guest that I ever had on the show. This is Tony. Hi Tony,
Hi.
Thank you for joining
Hi,
me
Lucia.
so much.
Thanks for having me. Us, actually.
Yes. How old is she?
She's 4 months now.
Oh, she's a little doll. What is her name?
Alamira.
Alamira. It's like a princess name.
Yes, it is.
Well, I must say that I watched your YouTube channel, your videos saved me. I was in such a low point of my life. I was so stressed, exhausted. I had anxiety.
Great to
You know,
hear
when
that.
one thing goes wrong, everything goes
It's
wrong.
like a domino effect, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So a friend of mine suggested your channel, and I usually don't like yoga. I never did.
Yeah.
It was kind of too slow for me, but I said, you know what? Let me try
It resonated with you, right?
Yes.
Great.
And I said, you know, I don't have time to go to the gym. I cannot go in the evening to the
That's the thing.
yeah, for a yoga class with my son. So I said, okay, I'll get up 30 minutes earlier and I'll just do it. For a week.
Beautiful.
So I started with the shortest. That's what I love, that you have
Yeah.
11 minutes, 12 minutes,
We
20
have
minutes.
different lengths, correct.
And I'm telling you, after a week,
Wow.
I felt such a difference. And I
That's
do
beautiful.
it. Now it's already 7 months. Every morning.
That's
I'm on-
beautiful. That's
Yes.
great to hear. That's why it's for us, for this
Now
very
tell me,
reason.
you're with a dancer's background. Why
Yeah.
yoga?
Well, actually, I started yoga at the National Academy of Theater and Film Arts in Bulgaria. It was 20 years ago. And I was really yearning for yoga, and I was looking for yoga teachers. And right at this moment, there was an Asian School of Theater that was affiliated to the experimental department of the academy. So I started, attending the classes. And that's how I started, and I got hooked. I really, really have not stopped ever since. So it's 20 years now.
You're really
Exactly.
good. Some of the poses that you do, I'm like, oh my God, how is she doing
Well,
that?
yoga is not about assuming these poses. They're part of the process, that takes you deeper and deeper to yourself. But most importantly, it's to make you happy, centered, and whole. And when you feel whole, you actually radiate this wholeness.
How yoga affects us differently. Like I told you, I felt difference after a week. Now I do it already 7-8 months, and I noticed that I had anxieties before, but now I
Beautiful.
don't have it, or I can control them more, if that's the right
Yeah.
word, control. But why yoga affects us?
First
that
of
way?
all, it is a psychophysical practice. So as you do the physical practice, it starts to affect your psyche, and you can even change your mindset. So it is very helpful because, first of all, on a physiological level, it boosts all your systems. On a purely endocrinal level, you get an inner massage of the body. So all the different poses stimulate glandular secretion. So you boost up all the processes in the body. And then, of course, it's a practice of the mind. You're able to shut the mind down, but to expand your consciousness. And as you do that, you connect to the flow and to your source. So practically speaking, as you go deeper into the yoga practice, like you said, you experience an ease and a soothing effect. And that's because you're eliciting the parasympathetic nervous system response. You're switching the body to a relaxation mode, and you're not wired all the time.
Right.
But these are some of the minor benefits. They're much deeper, benefits which have to do with your spiritual awakening and the connection to your authentic self. So all that is yoga, and it's different for everyone, and it's important for every person to honor their body's edge and not to push in the poses. It's not a practice for being flexible. It's a body, mind, soul, and spirit.
You became a mom
Yeah.
4 months ago, and
Yeah.
you look great. I'm still trying to
Well,
lose some of the baby fat 5 years later.
I need to shed off some extra weight, but I will eventually.
Now, do you do yoga with her? Like
Yes,
mommy
I
and
do.
me yoga?
Yeah, I do mommy and me yoga with her. I also do my practice, and I let her watch, and I tell her what the poses are. It was really tricky because I was figuring out how am I going to combine my practice, because it's a daily practice, with her. She's awake, she's crying, so I put her on the chair, on a bumpy chair. She watches me as I do it, and she loves it because she's bedazzled by the movement. And she's focused on this, and as I walk her through, she's part of the practice.
You see, my son is 5. He's running around somewhere
Yeah,
here. He
he's
might
great.
be crossing the camera anytime soon.
Yeah.
But I do with him yoga, and he loves it. But
It's
I'm
beautiful.
cracking up every time when I see him do the poses.
Of course,
It's fun.
but that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, how life changed in general when you became mom?
I think it changed very beautifully. I was a little angsty first. How am I gonna juggle all my stuff, the
Balance.
yoga and, the company and everything. And I was very anxious, and I did experience postpartum depression, like
did.
most moms do.
I think I had something like
I
this.
thought I would be the Wonder Woman who's, oh, me, never. I'm never going to get depressed, but I did exactly after the birth. And it was my yoga practice that helped me bounce back. So I started with some exercises 5 days after I gave birth.
Wow,
Some
that's incredible.
meditative and breathing, because I couldn't practice yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's excited. So it's been great to be a mom. I've learned a lot from the baby. Most of all, it has to do with being patient and letting things unfold at their own timing and pace, and not pushing and
not being
resisting
controlled.
and not being in
You
control.
see, that's problem for me.
You
because
have to relinquish control.
Yes.
And these beautiful babies and souls teach us this,
Yes.
to kind of be in the flow, to be more receptive of everything that's happening within us, and not to impose things and label them. So it's been very, very uplifting to be a mom.
Now, what advice would you give to young moms? What is one thing that they should do if they have postpartum depression or not? What is good for them to do?
I think the most important thing is to stay true to the very moment. If they're depressed, they should be depressed. It's part of the process. So I think masking it and pumping ourselves up with positive affirmations doesn't really help,
You see, that's what
because
I
it
used
veils
to do.
things,
Yeah.
and underneath you're still stressed out and you haven't resolved your issue. So it's good to be constructive. I highly recommend daily yoga practice, even if it's 5 minutes. Even if you only have 5 minutes for a simple meditation, just to center you and balance you and to align you with your needs, the needs of the baby, and your new life as a mom, it's more than enough. Don't fool yourself that you need an hour to practice yoga. You need 5 minutes. Then next day you'll do 10 minutes, but you need this 5 minutes for yourself.
Let's take a little break, and when we come back, Tony will show us some tricks and tips that we can do in the office, in the car, some breathing exercises, and some yoga exercises. Coming up next.
Breathe through the nose, exhale out of the mouth, open, and open the arms. Inhale, press again. So we're going to do a very brief anti-anxiety exercise. So you rub your hands really, really strongly. And once you feel the friction and the heat, you separate the palms. You feel that chewing gummy texture between your hands. This is your aura, your electromagnetic sheath, and it has the ability to heal yourself. So you're healing yourself with your own energy. You're going to take your hands to the crown of your head, use the tips of your fingers, and gently tap the crown of your head, stimulating the hypothalamus, the navigator of your body, to start producing very healthy hormones and secreting hormones throughout the whole body. And then you're going to take the tapping to your eyebrows, around your cheeks, right into your sternum, relaxing your fingertips. You'll feel it, your fingers are relaxed, releasing down into your heart and your solar plexus, all the way to your navel, and tap a little harder here. Good, so we're activating all the main energy channels and wheels in the body. And then you're gonna stroke your legs and you're gonna dust this energy off. So inhale, now with your own energy moving through the head, through the throat, your heart, your solar plexus, down your navel, and dust it off. And one more time, inhale. And as you exhale, release everything, release all the expectations of how you want things to be, and just embrace things as they are. And this is a very brief exercise you can do anywhere. It's called Emotional Freedom Technique. And all it takes is for you to feel the energy coming from your own electromagnetic sheath and to recharge your body with your own energy. And you can stroke the hands, you can stroke the legs, pretty much everything, and just release and feel centered and grounded. So you can try this every time you're in the office and you feel a little too wired and a little too angsty. This will really give you a nice relief. Now, we're going to also do a little exercise to alleviate migraine. It's the office illness or kind of condition that we all get, and it's partly because of the air and partly because of the environment and the many energies that we have to encounter. So there are 2 points here, right under your eyebrows. Bring your thumbs into this little indent, press into the points, and with your middle fingers, create a triangle that points up to the crown of your head. Point your pinky fingers up. As you inhale, press into this indent with your thumbs. Inhale, breathe through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, open, and open the arms. Inhale, press again. Now open your mouth with a one more time. Inhale. And open, exhale. Good. The next thing, you're gonna rub your temples with your thumbs, and then gently comb your head and your skull with your fingertips all the way through the sides to your neck, your trapezius muscles. Pull the trapezius muscles down, lift your chin up. Inhale, now stroke the back of your head and go back again to these 2 points. Mid-brow, lift. Exhale. And press, comb your hair with your fingers. Pressing, pressing, pressing. Inhale, exhale. Now massage the trapezius muscles. And lift your chin. Last thing you're gonna do, because the headache sometimes comes from a tight and tense neck, bring your chin to your chest. Hold the back of your head, twist your head, And back to the center and twist the head. And back to the center. And now last thing, you're going to pull your ears with your hand and twist the head. Make sure you're exerting pressure onto your temples. And then again, always stroke the head and release.
Coming up next.
I think that's the most important thing for people to be inspired to be their true selves.
Tony, those were great exercises. I can definitely do some in my office.
Yeah, that's the point. I
And it's
hope
so
you
short.
will. Yeah, it's brief. You can do them anywhere.
Great. Thank you for joining me. But first, before we end, I want
You're
you to
so
complete
welcome.
the statement referring to yourself. She is,
She's a nurturer.
wow,
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
I love to nurture and inspire people through my art and my healing and the yoga, and I think that's the most important thing for people to be inspired to be their true selves.
Well, you inspired me and you saved me and you continue to do everything.
Thank
You're
you
my
so
virtual
much.
best friend.
Thank you. So glad to hear that.
Thank
you,
for joining me.
Lucia. Thanks for having us.
That's all from today's show. You're watching She's. I'm Lucia Dragos, and I will not recommend something if I don't believe in it and if I don't like it. But you have to definitely check Yoga Art Flow. I'll have the link below for Tony's channel. And you don't have to spend money, go to the gym. You don't have to spend 2 hours going to a yoga class. You can do it in the settings of your home. You can take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and just do it for a week. Do a challenge. That's how I started. I did it for a week and I loved it. So now I want to hear from you. Use the area below for your comments, suggestions, questions, and also tell me if you do some special exercises that help you. I'll see you next time. I'm Lucia Dragos.